My spoiled half-sister wanted to show up in a wedding dress to my engagement party, so I changed the party theme so she would fit right in. My half-sister Heather and I never really got along. It doesn't help that Heather's mom hates me and my mom. She has always tried to one-up me. She thinks she is better than me and tells all our cousins that I am insecure because my dad chose their family over my mom and me. She never fails to make all my life events all about her, like my graduation party where she announced that she was accepted into a prestigious university. Now my fiancé and I got engaged last month and had our engagement party this Saturday. We had planned it originally as a casual, formal event. Nice dresses, but not, I am going to the Met Gala ball nice. More like, we are going to a good restaurant nice. Anyway, my cousin hits me up saying she has to show me something. It was the picture of the dress Heather was gonna wear. This dress? Jesus Christ. It can only be described as opulent. It was long and white strapless with sewn-in crystals and golden accents. I'm pretty sure it's a wedding dress, but I can't be 100%. This made me really mad. I started texting people telling them that there had been a change of plans, and instead of a casual formal, I decided to have a costume party. My mother's side is crazy for Halloween, so they were immediately on board. I told my father via text and asked him to relay the message to Heather and her mother, knowing full well that he would forget or leave it to the last minute. Saturday comes along and guests start showing up. Most of them are in costumes and some didn't have time to get one. We just provided them with fun hats and cheap wigs. My fiancé was dressed as Bubbles and I was dressed as Moto Hojo. Heather, my dad, and her mother came like 1 hour late. As soon as she noticed that everyone was either wearing elaborate costumes or weird accessories, and she didn't stand out, she lost it. Especially when my fiancé came along and told her that her bride dress looked amazing for a cheap costume. She left crying and her mother and my father told me that I was being childish, and I could have told Heather myself and not have tasked my father. Update. My father tried to pick me up at work, but I immediately walked past him like I didn't know him. So he walked next to me while I went to my car. While walking, he was trying to get me to apologize to Heather and her mom. He said that I should be the bigger person, and that I know how both of them are. I just told him that he must be mistaken because my father is dead. He stopped and just stood there as I drove off. The next day, I got a cease and desist letter from my half-sister. It was very vague and weird, but we quickly found out that it was only a Google copy of pasta. Then my stepmother followed me to the supermarket and tried to intimidate me to apologize to Heather. She made the produce wildly uncomfortable. I reported her to security and she was escorted out of the supermarket. Unlike all the unhinged moments I encountered with my father's family, my wedding was an eventful and thankfully drama-free day. My father was not in attendance. After my engagement party, I realized that he would never choose me willingly. Even if he loves me, he doesn't love me enough to stand up for me. He constantly allows his wife and daughter to walk over me and even become abusive. So I wrote him a lengthy email from my old school days email account. It detailed my resentful feelings against him and uninvited him from the wedding. Then I logged out. I also blocked him and his family from all access and I went cold turkey. Freezing even. I changed phone providers and deleted my social media accounts for a while. He did try to contact me through my mother. She said it was just upsetting. So I told her I did not want to know. I just cut him off.